Hasn't dropped a set yet.
I was absolutely delighted the way it went, and it was everything that it wasn't in my first game. You know, I woke up feeling really good. I had a really good practice session the night before, and the moment I stepped on the stage, even as early as the first leg when I had a 1-4-1 finish.
What about that for a way to start a match?
I was super relaxed and the 118 started going. Once one goes in, you know, the treble just opened up. From my perspective, I'm a great front runner. So if I take the first set, I'm very hard to beat.
When Gert de Vos has left a ball, sometimes you stood behind your opponent and you know it's going to go in. You definitely know it's going to go in.
Go on, 3 out of 3.
You're
kidding me! He has done it!
You've got to have a lot of grit, determination, don't give in. If you can keep the pressure on your opponent, something's got to give.
Is this the start of a Scott Waits comeback?
The crowd were fantastic. Every time I hit a treble 20, you got a massive cheer. They just wanted all 3 darts in the treble 20 every single go.
8-8 for the match. There it is! Can you believe that?
Nobody ever likes to lose like 4-0, and that's what it looked like it was going to be. And then in the end, you know, you get a 4-3 victory, which is, from my point of view, that was pretty damn good.
Scott Waits is someone I want to be, in the sense that he's a world champion. He's a world master. He's won the Grand Slam. So he's been there and done it. And you know, he's someone I admire very much. To play him live on BBC in the quarter-final Lakeside will probably just tell me whether my #1 seed is justified.
I know how good Glenn is playing at the minute. It's up to me, really. If I play well, it'll be double straight away. Glenn's going to get a really good game. And if not, he's just going to wipe the floor with me, basically.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 BDO World Championships here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside! We now introduce to the stage a Lakeside World Championship semi-finalist, the current holder of 6 world ranking titles. He's the #1 seed, the reigning Winmore World Masters Champion, Glenn Durrant! We now welcome to the stage the reigning British Classic Champion, a former Winmore World Masters, Grand Slam of Darts and Lakeside World Champion. It's Scotty Too Hotty, Scott Waits!
Well, still left in the tournament, we have a Silencer, a Harbour Master, Yozza, Scotty Dog and Flyers, but Glenn Durrant from the very first dart thrown has been the man to beat. That has not changed. Scott Waits has a chance to change that now. Your commentators, George Riley and John Rowley.
Well, this could be very interesting indeed. Scott Waits is showing signs of getting back to his very best form, but he's still a little bit up and down against Gert de Vos, 3-0 down, and then quite sensational as he came back to win the match. I'll tell you one thing for sure, that Scott Waits cannot afford to let a man like Glenn Durrant to take that sort of an advantage. Now 38 years old, Scott, former Grand Slam champion, 2013 world champion. Glenn Durrant, though, the #1 seed, and he has exuded that air of confidence this week. First match, a little bit nervy against Dean Reynolds, then he hammered Larry Butler, and now what is he going to do with Scott Waits. Both of them can be very heavy scorers, both of them capable of getting big, eye-catching checkouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, first set, first leg. Glenn to throw first. Game on.
Afternoon, John. Afternoon, all.
Hiya.
Looking forward to this one. Durrant's been excellent. The current Durrant in formidable form. And what a contest that Scott Waits one was.
It was breathtaking, and the atmosphere when he mounted that remarkable comeback was just extraordinary. I was sitting actually watching amid the crowd on a table who'd had a few quid on Gert de Vos, and there was a little bit of hangdogness about it, but I tell you what, most of the crowd were just enraptured though by what he was producing. His finishing was sensational.
It was quite a match, that.
But he can't afford
59.
to come out slumbering as he did yesterday. He's got to stay with Durrant. Durrant with the darts here. And already Scott in this opening leg, by virtue of that 140, has him under a little bit of pressure.
96.
Nice to see a player growing in confidence again, isn't it? He's had his injury worries and he's been a little bit in the wilderness, not too happy away
55.
from darts either, but that's all sorted out. He's happier in himself, feeling fit and playing a lot better, Scott, and nice to see.
Pressure on the Durrant throw here. Could do with another treble. Oh, great dance. Didn't seem room.
He's put himself on a finish as well, 170. Extricated himself from what looked a fairly
60.
parlous position.
When you require 170.
This would wake the crowd, but no, not this time. Scott Waits not on a finish, so if he leaves something tidy, which he has done, he's going to be in a very strong position, Durrant.
Yeah, Durrant big favourite. Waits has these though. What a visit this is.
137.
Our on-site bookie was quoting Glenn Durrant as the 5-2 on favourite for this match and 6-4 favourites, sometimes as short as 5-4 to win the entire tournament. 8-8 now for the opening leg. Good dart.
Yes, shot on the first leg. Glenn Durrant. Second leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
Very solid start from the top seed. Dozer from Borough. This is not too shabby from Scott Waits either.
Glenn had a night of practising with Yoza last night with Jamie Hughes. They took themselves away from the noise and the bustle of the lakeside area, found the little working men's club down in Frimley Green and found themselves a quiet corner and practised together and were very happy with the outcome, I think. 50% of it certainly worked. I didn't see Jamie Hughes winning as easily as he did do.
100.
Yeah, that was quite something. Borough fans at the lakeside today.
Oh, he's a big Borough fan, isn't he, Glenn? Likes his football. That was his uncle who we're looking at there on the left of those two fellas. Uncle George. There he is. I think they're more nervous than Glenn was before the match.
Good time to be a Borough fan. They're flying in the championship this season. Under Ita Karanka, playing some good stuff as well.
59. Scott, you require
a good chairman there, haven't they?
164.
Counts a lot in a club. Good dart. And another one. Bullseye.
122.
He'll be back for 42 though. No finish for Durrant. There's pressure though.
Yeah, Scott's going to have to take this now. First 180 of the match.
Scott, you require 42.
And Waits will need to get this. Double 16. Not a bad marker, should take it this time and has.
Yes, that's game shot on the second leg. Scott Waits. Third leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
With serve then at the start of this one. First to 5, remember, for a place
100.
in the semi-finals.
$84.
And in the semis, the winner will be playing Jamie Hughes. The other quarterfinals later on, Jeff Smith and Dennis Harbour, and Scott Mitchell against Richard Veenstra.
44. $60.
Well, that middle dart was the 25,000th dart thrown this week.
George, you do need to get out more. Don't just sit around counting darts.
I've not noted them all down. Brought my big pad.
Complete with
60.
indecipherable hieroglyphics.
$60.
Nothing between these two so far, no really significant match moments. That has yet to come. Very surprised if it was as
100.
wide a margin as the first of the quarterfinals we've watched. I think this could be a close one.
100.
I've played in finals this year. Glenn Durrant beat Waits in the final of the Welsh Open, and then Waits got his revenge in the British Classic.
That Welsh Open, one of 6 titles
80.
that Durrant's taken this season, of his 11 overall ranking trophies.
And he quite freely says that it was the defeat, which to some people could have been pretty shattering, in the semi-final against Wolfie Adams last year. Great match, but he said it was that defeat which has propelled him on. Let's see if he can take this out then. He's with the throw. That's a great first dart. 17 for tops. Solid. Now tops. This is what separates the good from the ordinary, and that is very good.
Glenn Durrant, sport like Scott to go first. Game on.
Good finish that.
85.
148 is his highest tournament checkout, Glenn Durrant, so far. Waits had a 158.
That was last night, wasn't it?
It was. That was terrific stuff.
55.
That wasn't.
I was sort of watching that 158 checkout through a sea of
100.
silly hats and a huge amount of beer being consumed in various quarters. Not mine, I hasten to add.
$140.
Speaking of silly hats, big lad, I better not tell him face to face.
100.
It is a great atmosphere when you get down and amongst it. I took in one of Ted Hankey's games when I was not in the commentary box, right in the middle of Lakeside. It's a fabulous atmosphere.
58.
Big proportion of them like to have their little punts with the on-site bookies as well.
60.
Just having a couple of quiet ones.
Getting into party mood.
81.
Scott Waits is on a finish here.
156.
156. This. He's with the darts. Can't take it now. And Durrant on 167. It's possible.
132. Then you require 167.
Well, the finishing's been flawless so far. Will it continue? Might do, you know. Not this time.
So Waits, who rounded that
99.
last one off very nicely to leave himself on one of his favourite doubles, double 12. Can he just now tuck it away? Yes.
Yes, that's game shot. Down the fourth leg.
2-2.
Scott Waits, fifth leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
Wherever you're watching, hope you're enjoying the darts as much as we have this week, and thank you for all your messages as well.
140.
People tweeting and on Facebook, and we do see them, particularly like the nice ones.
Yes, we see them all, unfortunately.
134.
If you want to appreciate praise, you've got to accept criticism. That's the way to look at it.
100.
Yeah, a friendly sort of smile, hasn't it? That bloke leering over her shoulder.
Was that a leer?
Well, I suspect they were together. It was that sort of smile that Eric Morecambe used to have when he turned to the camera. Good shot. And another.
Go on.
Waits first maximum. And the Durrant throws under pressure. Scotty could make the first big break here. We're at the first really significant moment of the match.
50.
And 81 here takes the opening set against the throw.
Let's have a look then. Treble 19. 2 darts at double 12. Oh, yes! Scott's running hard, and he takes the first.
And he's got the start that he wanted. He said he couldn't afford to let Glenn Durrant get a flyer. He stayed with him and taken out his opportunity for an 81 checkout.
Game on. $90. $45.
Has it just taken the wind out of Durrant's sails a little? He is noted as being a very powerful front runner, but now he's going to have to scrap. Suddenly it's Glenn Durrant who wants to be sure that Scott Waits isn't the one who gets the flyer.
134.
Lovely cover shots.
Superman and Robin, unlikely pairing.
96.
He's had one maximum.
140. $135.
Scott has got that little jerk in his throwing action. He's not as smooth as some, but hey, if it works. This is good.
130. Scott, you require 80.
Great first start, double 10. Double 5. Well, Durrant has a glimmer.
70.
He's more than a glimmer. This could be a break. 52. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't get this. 16, 2 darts. Double 16. Good marker.
20.
He's just under a bit of pressure, George. He doesn't look quite as assured as he can. And Scott, who looked like losing this opening leg. Oh, he still could do now. That was a poor dart. That's another poor one.
Glenn, you
3
require
poor
42.
darts. Well, Durrant can rescue this. There we go.
And
And that is a break.
Glenn Durrant.
You're right, John, doesn't quite look himself.
Second leg, Glenn to throw first.
Scrappy
Game on.
leg that, and Glenn got away with it. I think Scott can quite believe it. What am I doing, he says. He's all over the place. Missed the double five by a distance, then split it, and then rammed his third one and double one. Not quite there for Glenn at the moment.
100.
Judging by very high standards. Averaging 91, as against Scott Waits' 96. Which goes up a little with that 140.
Another one of those would be nice.
134.
Very nice indeed.
He's got himself onto a finish, Durrant. 167 would put him 2 up.
90.
It's a little bit unlucky.
167.
167 then for 2-0.
Waits can be a very heavy scorer. His darts go pretty straight. Yeah, there's very little incline of the darts in that treble, so it opens it up and gives the chance for him to fill up the bed like that. Superb example of it. Double 8 for the leg.
Yes, that's good shot. Turn the
That's a
second
leg of darts, that.
Glenn Durrant. Third leg,
14 darts for Durrant.
Game on.
Yeah, he really forces them into the bed, doesn't he, Scott Waits?
100.
First really sprang to prominence to a wide audience back in 2010 when he won the Grand Slam in Wolverhampton. Beat James Wade in a very good final. Came from behind. Wade, he looked as though he was romping it, and Scotty wouldn't give up and came storming back, pretty much in the manner that he did last night, and took the title. Big offer for him to turn over for the PDC then, but he decided that he liked his life away from full-time darts. He's a joiner by profession, and he didn't want to risk everything in a career in darts. Still enjoys it hugely, and very much a threat here. But Durrant, good darts.
180.
Raises the arm to acknowledge the 180. Crowd enjoyed that.
125.
Waits is on the finish when he comes back. 141. We know the way he'll go for that.
Scott,
it'll be 20s, 19s, double 12. In theory.
Or 5.
85. Glenn, you require 164.
This for the set. So Waits will come back to stay alive in the second set.
140.
And it's a must-get now to
Scott, you
that.
require 56.
Durrant on 24. Waits then 56. Double 18. Big darts.
Yes, that's game shot. Down the third leg.
And
Scottish.
courage, concentration,
Glenn to
execution,
Rovers.
in it went.
Game on.
So Durrant will have to wait to take this one out.
100.
He has the darts this time.
Scott won't be throwing the towel in. Takes this leg. He'd have
60.
the darts for the decider. Did that last treble, he really would have been in a sticky position. Even as it is, Waits, a big score, 140, would put him in a strong place. Maybe more. Well, 140 it is.
140.
Fifth 140 of the match for Scott Waits already. Couple of maximums as well. A chance here.
Yeah, this is a real chance for Waits to get right back in this set. Do with another of those.
97.
Good. Almost another of those, meaning another treble.
$134.
Nicely onto a finish. 132. It's a makeable one. But Waits, if he gets another big score, could put a lot of pressure on him. Couldn't quite find that treble.
They require 132.
Now then, this is interesting. This for the set. Treble 19 the shot now. So Scott Waits
92.
can pitch this.
104 is the
They
target.
require 104.
Looking at treble 20, treble 18. Double 16 now. Good dart,
Yeah,
great
that's
finish.
good.
104.
Scott Waits.
Back on level terms, and he will have the darts
Finlay, Scott
now
to
in the
Rovers.
deciding
Game
leg.
on.
Quality check out that.
100.
One of our guys in the truck has hit the bull today. Happy birthday, mate. Durrant is 50 today. One of our sizable Welsh contingent here.
Yes, happy birthday. Why wouldn't you want to spend it at the darts?
$137.
Looking forward to my half century.
$60.
Durrant fighting back well here. 96 followed by 137. Do with another treble. He's found one.
125.
Well, Waits has got
59. Glenn,
not a
require
great deal there, and Durrant
143.
on 143 for the set, and he's got 6 darts. Good shot. Treble 17 for double 16. He's got it. Double 16 for a 143 checkout.
111.
Well, he's on 32, which you would expect him to take out.
130. Glenn,
He's gonna have to.
32.
1 from 5 on double 16. That's surely a good marker, though.
Yes, asking shot.
And so takes the second set.
Glenn Durrant.
And it's 1 apiece in this heavyweight battle.
Third
Many
set,
have thought
first leg.
would have
Glenn to
been the
Rovers.
sort of battle which
Game
could
on.
well have graced the final, but here we are in the quarter-final. Phew, I got it.
He's hit one of every couple of darts he's had at a double this tournament, and he's done exactly the same today. 5 out of 10.
100. $100. $58.
Missed the treble there. Now what can Scott Waits make of this?
$100.
Bad, slightly missed the chance.
Do with the treble though, Durrant.
60.
Well, 58-60, back-to-back visits. And Waits is starting to ease clear.
$140.
Good visit. See again the way he fires those darts in. Very often, very rarely, blocking the bed.
Go on.
180.
Maximum number 3 in the 5th of the match. But Waits is on a finish on 140. He can't do it now.
45.
61 rather.
103.
This to hold. 11 for double 16. One shot at it.
71.
Waits 116, treble 20 you'll be looking at. Still needs it. Double 18 now.
80.
It's the wrong side of the wire.
When you require 32.
So another dart at double 16.
Yes, that's good.
Right in the middle.
Glenn Durrant. Second leg, Scott
Glenn holding
to
his throw.
first.
Waits
Game on.
knowing that he missed a bit of an opportunity there.
$100.
He's not quite in the elevated area of his game that he managed to attain last night, Scott Waits. Perhaps as well for Glenn.
$58.
Waits averaging 98, Durrant 95. I had a mate here yesterday who'd flown in from Florida. He's come all the way from Chicago. You're very welcome, mate. Enjoy it.
Good effort, sir.
The Windy City.
100. $100.
Waits 201 to
59.
hold his throw here. Nip and tuck as they work their way down towards the key points of these legs and these sets.
41.
One apiece and very little between them.
So Waits on 160. Durrant
58.
is not going to be on a finish here. 160 for Scott Waits. Not this time.
60.
Durrant 226. Waits waiting on the ton. Great first start. Come on, he says to himself. And that's 2 in. Looking to fill it up. 140 is still very good.
Scott, you require 100.
Makes this 100 look a little bit more intimidating than it did before. Great dart tops. 10s. Big moments. And he's taken it.
Shots on the second leg. Scott Waits. Third leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
Durrant was poised.
Yeah, good dart that with real pressure on the throw. One settle, one leg all. With a place in the semi-finals of the BDO World Championship at stake.
I bet Jamie Hughes is watching somewhere, probably in the players' room,
140.
wondering who he's going to be playing next. Very difficult to predict here. As difficult as it was at the beginning of the match. So little between them. Waits scoring the heavier, but Durrant coming in with his 4th maximum against Waits 2.
This is warming up nicely at Lakeside.
100.
That was 180, number 180.
Your statistical acumen is truly astonishing.
Do you like the way I get it to come up on the screen at the same time?
I do.
81.
I see you on the old lazy mic saying, "Look, I've been taking calculations here. We need to show people."
60. Lane, you require 100.
Oh, important message for Uncle Dave.
Tops for 2-1.
Yes, ice cream shot on the third leg.
Steady
Glenn
stuff from
Durrant.
Durrant. Edging ahead once again in the set.
Game on.
With the throw. And one apiece in sets.
60.
Could be a long old game, this.
Looking that way, isn't it?
You'd think these lads would be really nervous and sort of keyed up, but Glenn, I said to Glenn, "You have a good kit last night, mate?" He said, "Yeah, I slept
60.
like a log." He said the last time, the previous round, he wasn't so good, but he said last night everything was hunky-dory. Scott Waits, 140.
140.
Half a dozen 180s in the match so far.
131.
That was a great last start, that treble 18. .125 though, will keep
125.
Waits dictating in this leg. Not on a finish though. And Durrant could be. Needs a treble 20 to be on 170. He's got it.
140.
Waits can't finish. Might switch down here to set up something nice. Oh, lovely last start. So, Glenn, can you?
170.
170. It's not been done yet this week. 161, the best checkouts. Wasn't really too close. So Waits to make it two apiece. 56.
Scott, you require 56.
He'll want to take this out in a couple of darts. Double 18 for 2-2.
Yes, ice cream shot on the fourth leg. Scott Waits.
The second dart was a really good marker. Used it and made no mistake. So, the equation quite straightforward. Durrant having to hold his throw and he'll win this set.
100.
If he doesn't, then it goes the way of Waits. All three sets will have gone 5 legs. It's that sort of a match.
100.
This was never going to be a big steamrollering. I hope that was a fella on the right hand side.
Pretty sure it was. My radar on these things is usually quite good.
134.
Durrant looking in a good position now. Waits badly needing a treble with this dart. Oh dear, he
45.
dragged that. A bit of tension in that throw.
That was a really tight throw, wasn't it? Durrant with a big advantage and the darts. Wouldn't mind a treble though.
60.
No, it's not there. He's not on a finish yet. Scott can get back in contact maybe. Again finding the treble difficult
61.
to find, and when he did find one it was the wrong one.
To set up a finish for Glenn Durrant to take set number 3. He's going to come down, I think. Rightly so. Great dart. What about another of those?
80.
127 when he comes back. Scott Waits is trying to leave himself on something which he can have a go at.
100.
And he's
Lane,
not
you
got
require
enough.
127.
For the set. Treble 19 would leave Bull. Waits can't
55.
finish though.
60.
So Durrant 72 then for this third set, and to take a 2-1 lead. 16 would leave tops. Double top for the set.
52. Score you require 135.
Well.
What a steal this would be.
Never looked like winning this leg, has he?
Bullseye to start. No shot now, so Durrant will come back with 2 10s for the set.
93.
See if his nerve holds out this time. I think this is a must-take, as opposed to a mistake. Double 5. Good dart. Good dart. And he's ahead in the match again. He's 2-1 up. Scott's not a happy boy.
Always a dangerous one, that, isn't it? Second dart at double 5, knowing if you pull it short, you're done.
80.
Well, he'll think there's 60 on the floor then. I think that was off the treble wire.
'82. 85.
Waits needing to settle down, not wanting Durrant to get a 2-set advantage. First to 5, remember, taking it. Bit more of a struggle for both lads, that third set.
140.
Durrant at his best in set number 2.
$100.
Those figures, though, visibly improving as we get to the business end of this competition.
The temperature is rising at Lakeside. It is getting very warm again.
140. $96. Lane you require 139.
139 can be done. Against the throw. No check out now, so Waits will come back with 140. But as you can see, Durrant setting it up nicely, so Waits kind of has to get this, I think.
Yeah, pressure on the throw. This to hold. Not going to happen.
60.
Glenn can just tidy it up now and take this opening leg against the throw. 2 from 3 at the top he's had. Double 10 now. Not happy with that. Good dart. 1-0. And Waits is going through a bit of a sticky patch.
Second leg, Glenn to throw first.
Doesn't miss many in a row, does he? Glenn Durrant. 9 of 18.
Screw
Third
now.
leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
That hurt Waits. And Durrant is starting to motor. Highest checkout of the match, that 140, is averaging over 97, moving up towards the 3-figure mark, which is kind of the benchmark for real first-class throwing. And he's getting up into that sort of territory.
140.
Well, what Scott Waits did against Gert de Vos was breathtaking. It's starting to look like he might have to do something similar.
He is capable of producing these extraordinary purple patches, Scott Waits. But Durrant isn't given to crumbling. The wheels don't often fall off this particular darts player. Duzza is a very, very solid player.
131.
That's a brilliant cover shot. Putting himself on a finish. 130 for Waits. Durrant already with the 2-legs-to-0 advantage, though he has the break in this set. Steady ton, so Waits 130 to stay in.
could do with this, could really do with this, Scott Waits.
98. Glenn, you require 161.
Decided not to go for it, leaving himself on 32. Bit of a gamble that Durrant won't take this 161. Will he make him pay? 161, the best check out of the tournament so far from Scott Mitchell.
Scott,
now
require
Waits
32.
on 32. Surely he's going to get this.
Double 16.
Yes, that's game shot. And the third leg.
Needed
Scott
that
Waits.
to stay
Fourth leg,
in
Glenn to
set number
reverse.
4.
Game on.
So Durrant with the darts to make it 3-1. There's a little break for the players to head off for a few minutes at the end of this set. Is it going to be 2-2 or will it be 3-1? Big difference. This is such an important leg.
59.
Such an important set.
Has to find something big this leg, Scott Waits. Will be desperate not to go in 3-1 down.
Yeah, well, his first effort of 59 wasn't good enough, so this is more like.
100.
We're done with a 140.
It was interesting in the interval of that game last night when they went backstage. Waits and DeVos, neither of them threw a dart at the practice board. Just stood there, Scott Waits chatting to his mates, DeVos slumped over.
45.
This is a little glimmer of an opportunity for Scott. Oh, unlucky.
95.
So close to being a 140.
Pretty much level pegging in this leg. Durrant, though, crucially has the darts, and that's a great start. Another one of those to turn the screw, perhaps.
100.
Well, he's on a finish, but it's a big one. So if Waits could find a ton 40.
100.
Not enough, I don't think.
Then you require 144.
For the set. Down he comes. So, Scott Waits, if you're going to stay alive,
96.
this is your time.
Scott, you
He had a
require
158 last night.
147.
A 147 now would be the best finish of the match. It's not there. Durrant coming back with 48 for the set. Great darts, by the way, for Scott Waits.
Then you require 48.
Well, he's there if he gets a chance, but he won't expect one. 16, double 16 for a 3-1 lead. 2 darts at it if required. Oh, where's he gone? Double 8. He's going to need another of those.
Not lying well either.
Big dart this, and he's missed it.
32.
The way he throws his darts,
Scott, you require
it was
16.
blocking a significant part of the target, and now this presents a real opportunity for Waits. Double 8, double 4. Yes. Oh, yes.
Scott Waits.
Hangs on in there and takes the chance.
Fifth leg, Scott to throw first.
Glenn was unlucky with that double 8, which was just the other side of the
Game
wire.
on.
But in throwing that, he'd pretty much blocked out the double 8.
Wow, what a big moment that could prove. Waits would be
100.
absolutely thrilled to escape 2 apiece.
Glenn will be thinking, how did I fail to get that? But it's onwards, onwards and upwards.
180.
6 maximum.
Well, the fans getting their money's worth today because every set has gone the distance.
Good stuff, isn't it? Durrant. 1 maximum. And that's where it ends.
60.
Scott Waits could claw this back now to make it 2 apiece.
100.
Not on a finish yet. Durrant might be having first pop at the end. First checkout. Well, he's on 161, which can be done.
This could be an important bit of pressure applied by Scott Waits. He's doing just that.
139.
That's quality darts, Scotty.
161.
161 then for Durrant. Yes, good dart. Treble 17 to leave the bullseye. No, no, no. Now then, Waits to make it 2-2.
82.
Not a great last dart either, was it?
62.
Treble 10 for double 16. 20. One dart at 16 for 2-2. He's missed it.
When you require
Well,
79.
Glenn Durrant 79 for the set. Double 11. It's almost too good, that dart. Double 11 now. Oh, he's got it. He knows that was a big dart. Waits had the darts for the throw for the sets, but it didn't work out that way. Glenn Durrant leads 3-1.
Well, Scott Waits did what everyone said he needed to do and win that first set, but after that it just made Glenn Durrant angry. What a steam train he is. 3-1 up at the break. And now we're being treated to Durrant Waits.
Durrant leading by 3 sets to 1, averaging over 97, outscoring Scott Waits, and importantly still maintaining that very impressive 50% checkout rate, which has given him the edge. All these sets have been close.
First leg, Glenn to throw first.
But Durrant with the darts. He's relentless, isn't he? Doesn't have too many down times in his throws. Very, very steady and capable of throwing big numbers like that. That's his 7th 180. And again, his average rises closer to the 100 mark.
Interesting watching Glenn Durrant as well.
140.
On the practice boards. Backstage during the interval. Just threw a few darts at the board. Said, yeah, I'm happy with that. Shoved them in his top pocket and got ready to walk back out.
60.
Don't we all?
140.
He's looking for another.
140.
Big scoring again from Durrant. He's on a finish, 121. We're going 20s,
100.
17s, bull maybe. We will see. Treble 20. Now treble 17. For the bullseye. This for 121.
84. Check, 88.
So, Scott, you've seen a dress rehearsal.
121.
Same shot for you. 11 for bull. Treble leaves 2 14s for a 1-2-1. Oh, yes! His highest checkout of the match. And a big break at the start of set number 5.
What a great way to come back after an interval. As you say, all he did was stand in the players' room and just have a quick chat with his mates, with his girlfriend.
60.
Well, he's taken that leg now against the throw. This is precisely what he wanted to do. Another maximum, his 8th and the 10th of the match.
Averaging just under 100 now. Upwards of 101 for the first 9.
85. $100.
Big lead for Durrant. Might not be after this visit though. Another treble. No.
100.
So 221, trying to leave himself on a nice setup. It's a good dart. Just having a think, composing himself. And a bullseye.
How about that? So Durrant to break back.
134.
Has 91. Good visit that from Scott. Bullseye could be the shot here. Well, that's what he wanted. So 18 now. No, he's gone treble 4, so it's going to have to be, what, treble 10?
Made a bit of a hash of this. And he shakes his head. That was a bit of a mess. Now, Waits, 122 for 2-0. 18s he's looking at. Treble 18 for Bullseye. Bullseye now for 122. Yes, what a check out. What a check out. And Scott Waits is now 2 up in this fifth leg, in this fifth set.
So what was that, a 1-2-1, then a 1-2-2?
Yep.
Not a bad return to the hockey after the break.
134.
Talked about purple patches that Scott Waits can deliver. He's starting to really get into one.
120.
He's not going to do it again, is he, Scott Waits?
Don't rule it out, it's not an impossibility. It's the sets averages that we've seen so far. That's the first 3. Well, average for Durrant in the 5th. But by virtue of the fact that he's not actually got to doubles yet, because Scott Waits has taken out those brilliant
65
1-2-1 and 1-2-2 finishes, whereas Durrant has been left high and dry.
60.
No finish for Waits.
167.
A big one for Durrant. It's on. Treble 19 for Bullseye. Bullseye for a 167.
142.
That would have been worth 5,000 quid. Assuming nobody had betted it or shared it.
100.
Well, he's taken out 1-2-1 already in this set.
2 darts at double 8. 1 at double 4. He's missed it.
Now then, Waits, 121 and 122. 121 again. 20 treble 17 bull last time. Is he going to do it again? He could. Bullseye for 121. Oh!
96. Glenn, you require 4.
That would have been magic. What a set of darts that would have been. Double 2. Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's lying badly, that.
Moves across the hockey. It's going to have to be right at the top now. Double 1. Or Waits
2
is back.
Well, for the set, you can hear where the emotions of the crowd are lying. Double 8 for Waits. Yes! 3-2.
What a set of darts from Scott Waits against the darts as well. Fabulous stuff. What a contest.
6 set first leg. Scott to throw first. Game on.
A happy Scotty.
82.
Waits has the throw. Can't call this, John, now.
No, there's nothing in it, is there? Really isn't. I guess Durrant would be the favourite if you were doing sort of running odds, just by virtue of the fact that he's a set ahead. But Waits is starting to motor as he can.
95.
We've had some compelling contests so far at Lakeside, and this is up there with them. Durrant's
137.
checkouts have dropped. It was always around about the 50% mark.
100.
Squeeze that treble in there.
Looks like that could be a fun table to be on.
Might be in an hour or two. Well, Durrant is on the 170. Waits not quite as far down as he would have wished. Durrant can't do it though, so Waits will come back, looking to hold on to his throw and chasing 139.
60. Scott, you require 139.
This is to hold throw. Oh, what a start. Well,
99.
needed a treble on 19.
110.
Well, Durrant's got his options here. Good first dart. 18 would leave double 16. Could have gone bull, of course, but this is the percentage way of doing it.
78. Scott, you require 40.
Tops for Waits to hold.
Great dart. Scott's girlfriend Lucy, happy to see that one going.
Game on.
And Scott was delighted. He knows he's right back in this match.
96.
Durrant hasn't won a leg since that break. Not so much that he's throwing particularly badly, it's Waits who's really gone up a notch.
93.
Well, he came back out, Glenn Durrant, from the break and threw a 180.
Scott is on memory recall from last night.
100.
He was 3-0 down against Gert de Vos and won an absolute humdinger 4-3. 3-1 down against Glenn Durrant.
96.
Putting the Durrant throw under a bit of pressure here, and a break could put him in pole position to make it 3 apiece. First to 5, remember, taking a place in the semi-final against Jamie Hughes.
Yeah, good point that about the memory of last night. He's almost on autopilot, trusting his talent to get him back in this contest, keeping focus. But look at this from Durrant. 180.
That was brilliant.
Scott, you require 160.
9th 180. And Waits can't take this out. So Durrant can square it up
65.
and hold his throw. He's been under a lot of pressure, but now
56.
double 18 to hold on.
Yes,
Only needs the first dart at him. 1-1.
Scott to throw
6
first.
set.
Game on.
What a quality game of darts. Wherever you're watching, I really hope that you are enjoying it.
134.
Sort of trademark kiss of the Middlesbrough badge on his shirt every time he does something which he considers special.
It's Borough against Huddersfield.
96.
And it's anybody's bet who's going to prevail.
140.
That's great darts. Great darts.
$100.
227 Waits in the box seat here on his throw. Great first dart again. Plenty of room. And using it.
Huge lead for Scott Waits. Not a very handy dart that, so down he comes, back up to 18 I think this time.
57.
So 87 for Scott Waits to go 2-1 ahead on the throw. Hold his throw. Great dart. Double 18. Oh, brilliant. That is quality. Clinical finishing. And he's back in the zone where he was less than 24 hours ago. He is the man now who really has the momentum.
97.
Big leg this. Big
99.
leg of darts.
Well, Durrant's got to hold his throat. Otherwise, it's a weight set. And it is parity, 3 apiece.
100.
Still averaging round about 98, Durrant. It'd be easy to think he's sort of lost it slightly. That it's more the
36.
fact that Durrant has been on the receiving ends for some big scores from weights, but even more than that, some quite brilliant finishing. When you start being hit by 120s, 122s, 87s, it suddenly becomes a different game.
97.
Yeah, he took out 104 as well in set number 2.
125.
So what, 3 100+ finishes so far. Needs a treble, Durrant.
60.
Doesn't get it.
Well, he's on a finish of sorts. Waits is right with him though. Snarling in the
85.
slipstream.
Glenn, you require 147.
Very well turned out. Treble 19 here.
96.
Well, surely he's not going to do this, is he?
156.
156. Not this time. So Durrant will come back. Looking favourite now to make it 2 apiece.
Glenn, you require 51.
Square up the set.
19 for double 16. For 2-2. 6th set.
Yes, that's game shot. And the 4th leg. Glenn Durrant.
It's just a hold of throw.
To throw first.
Waits
Game on.
with the darts to make it 3-3 in sets. It'd be a roar to raise the roof if Waits
100.
pulls this one off. Durrant, popular player, but you sense not quite the support in the auditorium that Waits has. They went wild last night and they want to see more of the same.
96.
Waits throwing to pull level in the match, having lost
60.
3 sets in a row.
Well, where did that one come from? Yuck, he says as he goes and picks him out. Or something similar.
Here we go. He's had 9 180s in the match so far.
123.
Good darts from Duzzer. The Waits throw under a wee bit of pressure. Badly needs this treble and can't find the right one.
38.
Now that could be painful, could be costly. What a difference between 4-2 and 3-3 at this stage of a match.
Awkward lie, forced the cover shot, and it's a good one.
96.
What Waits would give for a 180 now. Can't even find a treble.
96.
Till the last dart. Not enough.
Oh, this is tight. This is really close. He's a big one. Doesn't get it.
60.
Well, 126 is not great. Again, if Waits gets a big hit, he can put him under all sorts of pressure. 1040, I think, is the requirement. He's got it.
140. When you require 126.
Well, you feel this might have to be taken out. Treble 19s. No. Another one would lead bullseye for a 4-2 lead. Huge dart in the match.
101.
Unlucky.
So 67 for
Scoring
Waits
requires
to make
67.
it 3-3. A cacophony here at the lakeside as Waits steadies himself. 18 for double 16. He's got it now. 1 dart. What a massive dart this is. wrong side of the wire.
He can't believe it.
Glenn, you require
I can't
25.
believe it. Durrant could re-establish a cushion here. 9-8. To take the set and a 4-2 lead, Glenn Durrant. Could be your last chance. Nails
Yes,
it!
that's game shot. Finish it, 6.
Come on, he says.
Nerves of iron. And Scott Waits walks across, quietly shaking his head. He knew he had the chance there.
7 set, first
And
leg.
he just
Glenn
couldn't
to
take it by the
Rovers.
width of a wire.
Game on.
And Glenn Durrant's nerve held. Good game of darts.
$100.
Well, it was looking very much as though Waits was destined to
100.
take that set and to make it 3 apiece, and then it really would have been in the balance. Now, though, first to 5, and Durrant a hot favourite as #1 seed to progress to the semi-finals.
140.
Yes, it's first seed against 9th seed. But Waits now has it all to do. First to
96.
5. He needs to win 3 on a spin, and he's hammering the darts into the board now.
Looks a bit angry, doesn't he? Relentless, does he?
100.
Waits needs to get into that purple patch zone once more.
140. Glenn, you require 160.
No finish on 165.
This might be, though. Treble 17 for Bullseye. Back up to 20s.
So now
137.
Waits 165. That's a great visit by Durrant. Look at that, what a setup on 24 when he comes back. On the throw, and it looks as though he's going to take it.
Glenn, you require 24.
Double 12 for Duzza.
Yes, that's game shot. And the first leg, Glenn Durrant. Second leg, Scott to throw first. Game on. $58.
Not happy now. He has to respond.
$85. $100.
Durrant's outscored Waits in terms of the maximums, 9-2.
85.
Not much between them on the averages. Durrant has finished at several similar percentages to Waits as well.
85.
Always going to be a close game, this one, but Durrant just with the edge, and he's leading 4-2. Just needs one more.
140.
Semi-final last year, edging towards semi-final again.
81.
No finish for Waits. Likewise Durrant, 191. But he can put the Waits throw under mega pressure here. Do with a treble. Finds it.
96.
Yeah, good last start. So 95 when Durrant comes back to move within one leg of victory.
97. Glenn, you require 95.
Might start with Bullseye. 20 for another shot at Bull. Well, double 5 now after hitting the treble for a 2-leg lead. Just as buzzing.
He can almost touch it now. One more leg and he wins. He needs one more leg for a place in the semi-finals. And Scott, his mind probably on that missed opportunity to take the leg and the sets, which would have made it 3-3. That went, and since then he just hasn't looked as though he's had quite the same belief.
140.
Got to take everything now, Waits.
Yeah, he needs to score big and hit every single double. But this is class. Top class darts from the boy from Borough.
You bet it's top class, his 10th maximum. 12th of the match. And now he sits on 261 and maybe just 6 darts away from victory.
Starting to look terminal for Scott Waits. 2013 was his year here. This is his best run at Lakeside since, but it looks like it could be poised to end.
Well, that's good from Waits. Great throw. They're both on 161. Can Durrant win it in style? It would equal the best of the week, but no, there's the one. Well, that's not lying nicely. I think he's considering the cover shots. Used to be indecisive, now not quite so sure. In the end, winds up with a 17.
Scott, you require 161.
Well, he may or may not have to take this out. Treble 17 for bullseye. And the crowd came to life.
Scott enjoying their support.
123.
They've given him everything. 123 then for Durrant. Treble 18 would leave the bullseye for the match. Oh, he wasn't really too close, was he?
Almost ended up on the canvas.
79.
Listen to the crowd. Treble 19. Double 11 to stay alive.
Yes, asking shots and a Scott.
We didn't write him off, did we?
Fourth leg, Scott to Thrower.
The crowd doesn't want this match to finish. Well played, Scott Waits, and a real emotional response. He was delighted.
That was fantastic. How the crowd got involved as well.
123.
Waits with the throw, has to take this leg or it's all over. Needs a treble there.
41.
And it's only the single.
Crowd absolutely buzzing at the moment. Feels like the Western Terrace at Headingley for an Ashes test.
95.
This is Durrant though, isn't it? He's relentless.
Go on.
140.
Fine darts again from Waits. 283. Misses the treble on the cover shot. And an opportunity
96.
for Scott Waits, maybe. No finish for Durrant.
He's relaxed, he's enjoying this now, Scott Waits. He thinks anything from here is a bonus.
140.
Brilliant again. Now let's see what the response is. Needs a treble. You can't find
60.
it.
Scott, you require 80.
So the crowd gather behind Scott Waits again. One dart at tops for 2-2.
Yes, that's good shots. And the fourth. Scott Waits. Fifth leg, play to throw first. Game on.
Well, you'd want to bottle this atmosphere.
Magic, isn't it? Magic. Durrant then throwing now to hold this leg for the match.
99.
Solid start, not exceptional. He's on a roll.
Here he comes again. Here he comes again.
100.
brilliant. That's not lying well, having to come down the board. Great cover shot. That's one in. Now going 18.
95.
Good shot. And another.
134.
Well, he's been hit with a torrent from Durrant, but Scott's running hot now.
It's how Waits is when he gets into the zone like this. He is just breathtaking. Eye-catching, stunning
60.
dance this from Waits, but can he maintain it? She hopes so.
No finish. Looking to set up something tasty.
60.
Only 60.
2:47 for the match for Durrant. Waits on a finish. Fine dart. Plenty of room. Not now, though. But manages to squeeze in another.
Scott require
Key 140.
127.
Big darts those. Great first dart. Treble 17. Bullseye.
89.
Not this time.
Well, that would have been for the set.
Glenn, you require
And this is for the match.
107.
107 for Glenn Durrant, the #1 seed. Treble 17 would leave double 18. He can't do it now, so Scott Waits breathes again.
55.
Lakeside holds its
Scott
ground.
require 38.
6 for double 16. Double 8. To stay.
Yes, asking shot on the
I
side
don't
set.
believe this.
Scott Waits.
Takes the set from a seemingly impossible position.
Lucy's on her feet, cheering on a man, and a fair few others. They just rose to applause. A quite brilliant response from Scott Waits when Durrant looked as though he was just about home and dry. And it's 4-3.
96.
This is a tremendous game of darts. 13 180s in this match. Some sort of a record, I think, for Lakeside. The whole tournament already has the highest number of 180s ever seen here, and 13 have been added from this match alone.
Well, we're still in the quarterfinals. Could this be another? Looks like it could be, you know.
180.
Great darts. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire. He thought he was on his way to another one. He's on a finish, Waits. How unlucky can you get?
Scott, you require
Immaculate first two.
157.
He was looking for the treble 17. So 157 for Waits. No finish. Durrant can break the throw.
137. Glenn, you require 67.
Great last couple of darts. Could be in vain, though. This would be a big break. 18 leaves one shot at double 16 to break the throw. He's missed it.
55.
Waits then, couple of 10s to go ahead on the throw, to hold his throw. There it is.
Yes, asking shots on the first leg. Scott Waits. Second leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
What a warrior this guy is.
Scott Waits really is one who holds the maxim, it's never over till it's over. So close to his heart, and that was desperately close to another maximum.
He hasn't got a clue when he's beaten. He isn't beaten. The adrenaline absolutely pumping.
Good from Durrant, though. Great response. Now, if Waits gets another big hit here, 140 he'd be looking for. And he's done it. 221.
Pressure on the throw here. Oh, yes, there is.
And he felt it. That's a bit un-Glenn-like. And Waits a good last start.
Scott, you require
so Waits
128.
128. Durrant's on a finish, but it's a huge one. 128. Treble 20 would leave the bullseye.
56. Glenn, you require 164.
Didn't like that one, did he? 164 may have to go. It's not going to. So Waits will come back. Well, that's a good dart with 72.
And the crowd, you don't need me to tell you, will erupt 72. If he puts this one away. For the break of throw. Tops now. Can he do it? No, 32. Just over the wire this time.
Glenn, you require 70.
To hold. Double 8. Double 4. Or Waits is coming back.
Yes, asking shots in the second leg.
Well, in response to the crowd, there were a few trying to put him off there. He didn't like it and he turned around and gave them his own personal response. You try and put me off, I can take it.
Yeah, it's fired him up, that, hasn't it? The crowd certainly on Scott Waits' side, but a bit of commotion as he focused for that dart, and that was the response.
So it's one leg apiece.
67.
And Waits with the darts now. Still, in theory, has an advantage in this set, which could make it 4 apiece.
100.
An advantage merely by the fact that he has the throw.
Key moments in what's been a compelling contest.
96.
Looked as though it was drifting away from Scott Waits when it was 3-1 and then when it was 4-2. But he just keeps clawing back.
And even when he missed that double in the previous leg to break throw, he didn't seem too bothered. I've got the darts. Just focus and hold. And then we're going all the way.
Well, that's what he's reckoning. 203. He could do with a treble here, though. He doesn't find it. That could be painful, could be costly.
Big visit from Glenn Durrant would make things very, very interesting. It's not a big visit, though.
143 is on a finish, Waits.
Require 143.
And no finish for Durrant, so he's got 6 darts from here.
60.
Well, it's not great. I wonder whether he might have been better employed to have switched away from 20s there.
Yeah, he wanted a lot more than 60. What's Durrant going to set up here?
96.
Great last start.
Needed
Scott,
it.
you require 83.
Now Waits, 83 for a 2-1 lead. Key moment in the match, this. Bullseye. Yes, he's got it. He's got it.
Glenn to throw first. Game on.
Maximum number 12.
Yeah, 15 for the match with Waits' 3. Fabulous stuff.
99.
It's all going with throw in this set, despite the dramas and the toing and froing. The final analysis, it's gone with throw, which means Waits remains the favourite to square this one up at 4 sets each. Not a lot of difference between them in checkouts or in averages.
100.
Tension a little bit, and he's missed the cover shot as well. Durrant throw He'll be under the cosh if Waits gets a big score here. 140 would have... Oh no, he's got the treble 18. Good throwing.
92.
Well, the mood in the Borough contingent has dipped visibly.
Waits contingent on the left there. Uncle George on the right.
Oh dear, not in a good place, is he, Uncle George?
100. Lane you require
Well, Durrant,
106.
under pressure, this is to hold his throw.
Scott, you require 110.
This is for the set.
What a start. Double 16 for 4-4.
Yes,
He nails it. Punch on the air, and we're going all the way. What a game.
History is being repeated, it would seem, for Scott Waits. Glenn Durrant maybe can't really believe it, but Scott Waits has belief, his fans have belief, and we go to the deciding set.
Game on.
Hope you're enjoying this one as much as we are. This is a cracking game of darts.
He trailed 3-1 and 4-2. And what a display of darting resolve once again from Scott Waits.
100.
Absolute granite.
Astonishing nerve, George. When he's hot, he really is. And playing now an hour and a half.
100.
And absolutely nothing between them.
Can play another hour and a half for all I care.
Both these lads have been practicing away from Lakeside. Little working man's club down the road, and they like to go down there where it's nice
60.
and quiet and just hide themselves away. Choosing to quietly practice rather than party.
I wonder if they say that they're coming or they just rock up. So any board's free, lads?
No, they just rock up. They have no. They have a
134.
long-standing agreement down there. They're made very welcome, and it's a nice little place.
We should pop down, John.
125.
Well, why not? We'll sort that one out.
Yeah, let's
Leave Vassos and Tony to do everything. We'll go down there.
well, let's see through this one. Don't want to go anywhere just yet.
He's on a finish, Durrant, but he's with the throw. Waits trying to pressure it. Another treble would be good, and he's found it.
140. Lane you require 70.
Blow for blow. Durrant has first chance. 20 for 216s. This to hold throw. Yes. Yes.
Quality.
Second leg Scott to throw first.
With
Game
the
on.
throw. Remember, if it goes to 2-2, then they continue, and there'd have to be a two-leg cushion between them. If it goes to 5-5, then it would go to sudden death. Not sure my nerves will stand it.
You know it's going 5-5. These aren't good darts, though.
84.
That's better.
Steady ton for Waits. Putting the onus on Durrant, forcing him to hit big numbers to try and put the throw under pressure, and he's got to get a treble now.
60.
Didn't find it, so Waits now looking strong in this leg to even it.
Handily poised, Scott Waits, but could do with a treble after those two. Gets it.
84.
140 on. Waits now tries to set up a nice finish. 2-1-7. Staying on the treble 20. Can't find it. Oh dear, that's a loose one, and he could be made to pay. That could hurt. Not on a finish.
Yeah, not good. Another one of those, perhaps. Yes.
140.
Well, it's Durrant who's now the favourite. One dart can make such a huge difference. Another loose one from Waits, and another.
Oh dear.
70.
So 117
117
for 2 legs to nil.
Big moment. Treble 20. 17 for tops. Top to break the throw and go to within a leg of victory. Glenn Durrant
97.
just comes up short.
Scott Unifier 106.
106 then for Scott Waits. Can he do it again? Great first dart. Double 18. Oh, the wrong side of the wire.
Well, we're all feeling like
20.
that. A penny for them, Uncle George. Couple of 10s for 2-0. Oh dear. 5s are not where you want to be. Has to land this. Final shot at it.
15.
Whoa. Waits twice, might have thought it was all over. But suddenly those targets get smaller at this stage. And he drags it underneath the wire.
Glenn Unifier 5.
Well, the Borough boys are on their feet now. Surely this time.
Something in the crowd distracting him. He's not happy.
Breaks. Says think, compose. Needs this to be cucumber cool. Oh, it's a bit nasty as well. You are kidding me.
You can keep your reality TV. This is about as dramatic and entertaining as you can get. And Waits is getting the double he needs. And it's 1-1. What a leg of darts that was.
I'm exhausted. No idea how they're doing it. 4 sets all, 1 leg all. Bags of drama, heaps of tension. Brilliant entertainment at Lakeside.
59.
Scott Waits, the Huddersfield man, against the pride of Middlesbrough, Glenn Durrant, and still they are just locked together.
59.
How long have we been playing now? An hour and 3/4. Startling darts.
Yeah, longer than a football match now, this.
60.
But this is Borough v Huddersfield on the big Lakeside stage.
Longer than a boxing match, and it's gladiatorial, man against man. Now then.
That was a little bit dodgy.
Ah,
13.
now from moments like that, now Waits can jump all over the throw.
This is huge. Yes.
140.
Which is precisely what he does. Glenn Durrant was eliminated in that titanic struggle against Martin Adams last year in the semi-final. Here in the quarter-final, a match of similar intensity and drama.
Scott Waits, winner here 3 years ago, showing brilliant fighting spirit.
140.
He's the favourite for the break now. Great dance, Glenn Durrant, but Waits now 102 to go 2-1 up.
Both on a finish. Scott has first shot. It's not going to happen.
62.
17. So over to you, Glenn.
Glenn Unifier 95.
95 to hold this throw. Well, he doesn't get the 25 he wanted. Treble 15 is what he wants now for tops. All 19s, and he's made a not
49.
great attempt there. So advantage Waits again.
40.
Miscounted, I think.
Tops to hold. Dodgy visit that from Durrant.
Yeah, it's asking
Not so
shot.
from Scotty.
Scotty.
Advantage Waits.
3-1 down, 4-2 down, and now Scott Waits has the darts and is throwing for the match. That was the break. He's 2-1 up.
I might have to pop outside. Can't bear this.
Oh, great darts.
140.
Absolutely the start he wanted.
Waits has the bit between his teeth. What has Durrant got left?
So now Waits, 361, 40 clear already. Trying to compose himself, hold his nerve. That's a loose first dart. Great second dart though. And third, back in the zone, Scotty.
He knows it's there for him now. Two massive blows landed. Here's Durrant wobbling. Great dart, that one.
96.
Durrant has got a fabulous temperament, but Waits can get inspired. And he needs 236 for the match, and he's adding another big score. Another 140, 140, 125, 140, and he's on a two-dart finish. He's up for an 11-darter and needs 96. Is this going to be it for Scott Waits? Treble 20 would leave double 8, but no.
60.
Time though, Durrant not on a finish.
Well, the top seed's wobbling. He's way back. Scott Waits will step up.
51.
2 18s for a remarkable victory.
36.
This has been a great match, an absolutely superb match. Durrant not on a finish, Waits poised, and there it is! He's done it again! He came from behind to beat Gerd de Vos last night, and now 3-1 down, 4-2 down. Somehow he's come back from the very, very brink and has pulled off a remarkable victory and clinched a place in the semi-finals. That, by any standards, was an outstanding game of darts, rich in drama, and he's beat Glen Durrant 5-4, and the #1 seed is out. Scott Waits marches on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation does Glen Durrant. But through to the semi-finals. Could he be Lakeside World Champion again in 2016? Scotty Too Hotty, Scott Waits.
Well, for those of you who count their chickens before they hatch, or who spend their winnings before they are won, or those who say "I told you so" before the story has been actually told, I give you one, Mr. Scott Waits. There is a light that never goes out inside that man. He nobbles the #1 seed here at the Lakeside. Bobby